What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to keep it nice and simple. We actually are taking some footage from last night's stream and we're putting up here for y'all. We decided to play some Gruul Landfall. Had some pretty wild games I thought it would be fun to share. Also, reminder, if you haven't, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button because we're in less than 200 people away from hitting our 10,000 subscriber goal by February 1st, and I need your help to do it. Now, let's go take a look at this Gruul Landfall list. So the idea is, I had a version of this deck already. It didn't have Ancient Green Wardens in it, but another content creator that I believe is MTG Original Decklist put up a similar deck. I think it was like 4 or 5 days ago. And it was a historic deck, so not the same, obviously, because again, they were playing like Wayward Swordtooth. I believe they had Experimental Frenzy, a couple other cards in there. I think obviously played Rootbound Crag and stuff. We can't play, right? Because they're not standard legal. But I figured it was close enough to the version I had that I was like, you know what? Let me make the changes. Let me put the Ancient Green Wardens in. I think his didn't have Scoot Swarms because he was playing something else. But otherwise, this is a lot of the same cards that were in that list. So I figured, why not? Let's just see if we can play this in standard and see what we can do with it. I kind of had the list sitting around. And I was like, well, you know what? Let me just pump this up a little bit and see what we can do. Because there has cards in here people like to see. So going down the list, we've got Gilded Goose. And the reason I like Gilded Goose in here is because it's one of the few decks you can play where going from 1 to 3 is a big deal. So if you do stick a Goose, you could like turn to Azusa or Dryad, play another land, so you don't even miss not having that extra food from the Goose on the next turn. And then you can really start taking off after that, right? So that's kind of nice. We have Cobra. Obviously, you're playing Landfall, like no reason not to play Cobra. Valakut Exploration. It's a way to do some extra damage, but it can get you extra lands, extra cards, help you hit your landfall, stuff like that. So that's all good. Azusa. This is the card that it feels like everybody always wants to put into a list or always wants to put into a landfall list. And it almost always ends up not making the cut, which is sad, right? Which is one of the reasons I was like, you know what? It's one of the reasons I've been toying around with this list, but decided once I saw that other video, I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just go ahead and do it so I can just finally have Azusa on a list and people will quit bothering me about it. Because the truth is, Azusa does work in a few spots, especially if you're putting it alongside the Dryad, so you get an extra land drop. Like, so then you can really just go off, right? So we'll see how it works out here. It is legendary though, so I'm only playing 3. Then we have the Dryad, lets you use land as any color, and then also play an extra land. So between Azusa and this, like, you can get 3 extra land drops. Like, that's no joke. I mean, that's for real. Scoot Swarm, obviously you can get more lands into play faster. Got Rada. Again, you can play lands off top of your library. Kind of see what the deck's doing. Ashaya. I have 4 in here, but I thought about I could cut an Ashaya to play something else. I just didn't know what the something else would be. Because, again, she's legendary, so I don't necessarily want 4 of them at 5 mana. So, I'm kind of thinking of another card. I want to play something else that costs less than 5 to include in this list. And I don't know, maybe it's another just a mana thing. You know, maybe it's another thing that just taps and adds a mana, something like that. Yeah, I don't think a card like Brushfire Elemental fits here because we're not aggressively attacking, right? Like, so if we do get in, I don't know, let's say like 5 to 7 damage with it, that doesn't really necessarily help us in a sense because we're usually not attacking until like turn 6 otherwise, probably. Once we've built up a little bit of our forces or have a big Ashaya or something. Then there's Fire Emancipation. So this does a few things in this list. The first is with Valakut Exploration. If you get to a point where you're putting 3 lands into play a turn or whatever, you're going to get a crap ton of Valakut Exploration triggers. That means you're going to end up being able to do like 9 damage, 12 damage in a turn pretty easy. So a couple of those could just get it done, right? Or the other thing is, if you're in a situation where you only have like 8 Scoot Swarm tokens or something, any of them that get through are going to be doing triple damage. So let's say 4 of them slip through. Well, that's 12 damage, right? So it's still not bad. Still not bad. Phylath was a consideration, but he's also not less than 5. You know, if I play anything else, it'd be probably to reduce the cost a little bit more than anything else. But yeah, then other that, it's just lands. 4 mountains, 9 forests, 4 crag crown pathways, 4 evolving wilds, and 4 fable passage. So yeah, I'm gonna play some games. We're just gonna leave the Ashaya in there and see what happens. If we draw too many of them, we'll talk about other cards I think it could be. But there's an argument to be made that if I were gonna play something else that's 5, maybe a Terror of the Peaks. You know, just from all the coming to play things and casting a bunch of things in one turn could also end the opponent. So that's a thing. I don't think Vivian is the type of card we're looking for either. Just because it's not bad, but at that point, we want to be sticking things. We have 3... Oh, wait. Did I not have Green Wardens on the list? I thought I had Green Wardens. Oh, yeah, I do. I have 3 Green Wardens already. Sorry. There are 3 of them. Eindroy, thank you for the tier 1 sub, friend. We get to go first and can't even play a turn 1 Goose. Look at that. All right, I'm going to mulligan. This is marginally better, but we'll keep it. Definitely need to draw land here, though. Mostly because just a Cobra by itself is not going to hold the fort in most games. If I get to a 3rd, we can at least play Exploration, which is interesting. Come on, land. Okay, that's a land. That'll do. That will help quite a bit. Man, lots of Cobras tonight. What? The one night we finally decided to play Cobra, everybody else decided to play Cobra. That's really funny. I'm gonna go with this. And I'm not even gonna crack it yet. No, Master Jam, I'm pretty sure I only had 4 land in that game. I don't think I had 5. I didn't have the ability to just cast Ashaya initially was the problem. Yeah, if I was able to just cast the Ashaya, it wouldn't have been an issue. See you later, Gorilla Junk. Alright. And the reason I didn't crack this last time is I was just going to gamble on the Cobra living, because cracking on my turn doesn't do anything other than create a point of damage. But on my turn, if I don't draw land, I can crack it, see if I can get one off of here, play Azusa, do another thing. But unfortunately, no such luck. So, we're going to go ahead and crack it. See if we get lucky. Well, Goose, you kinda do the job. Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough. And we even added a mana source along the way. Not much what we can do, though. Here's the thing, like, Yorion itself, I don't necessarily hate, right? But what I am having issues with, not even as far as, like, beating the decks, it's just, they create such long, almost, like, literally every Yorion deck feels like it's a long, slow slog of a game, which ends up being no fun to play, it's no fun to record and show people on stream, it's just, like, it's just a bad experience. So I'm just not interested. Like, if Yorion went away tomorrow, I would not be sad. Yeah, even that last game. I mean, our opponent wasn't even... You know, obviously it's on this recording. People aren't going to see it. But the other one we're choosing not to show is because the opponent had 2 turns that took like 10 minutes. You know, just making decisions because of Yorion. It's like, that's not any fun. Alright. Big old Jaboa. I mean, I'm just going to take a hit. I mean, sure, hit me with all you got, opponent. I'm down. Alright, Rada. Sure, makes sense. I'm on board. I'm probably going to die to, like, Rada Fling or something next turn, but that's okay. Alright, come on, deck. Don't fail me. Oh, gosh. Why? Why? Yeah, now we're just dead. We can't do anything. I mean, we can produce 4 land, but, like, it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, there's literally nothing we can do. Alright. Well, now we got lands with just the 3 mana draw, so I'm gonna mulligan that one. There we go, we'll keep this. Emancipation can go? Though in a weird way, Emancipation's actually a better card in this deck than Green Warden. Alright, well. We'll see if we can get lucky. Ooh, is this Clerics? I'm a big fan. Big fan. It is. I do like that deck quite a bit. Though sadly, this means this Cobra is not going to live. It's going to have a very short lifespan. If this Cobra lives, the best thing we can draw is Gilded Goose. Believe it or not. And I am so tempted to block that Speaker of the Heavens, but I'm not going to do it. Okay. This is like the next best thing. Alright, well the good news is there was no killing of the Cobra in response to me casting the other Cobra. So that helps a lot. So we at least get to do this. Do that. Unfortunately, we don't get to use all this mana. We're going to have some left over. Alright, we're back to need to draw a land. We've told this story a few times now. Let's see if it pays off this time. Because if we get a land this time, we're gold, right? We can play Green Warden, we could play a Shia, we could just do all kinds of things. So no blocks for the last time. Gosh dang it. Like, how is this happening? This is almost like laughably bad coincidences. Ugh. This is rough. This is rough. This is the 3 of the last 4 games. And the other game was just we drew all the lands. So just like, I'm on the wrong side of variance today. That's all. Yeah, I'm not even going to block anything. It's like, sure. Just hit us. Do your worst, opponent. Nothing? Alright, cool. Alright, opponent can make angels here. They're not making an angel. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Dang. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. Yeah. Oh, gosh, this hurts. This hurts so much. I mean, they didn't make an angel, so I feel like they're up to something, but I don't even know what that would be, because making an angel has no downside with me being stuck on lands. I mean, can we afford to take 4 here? Yeah, I guess so. We'll just take 4. I was gonna say, if they have some way to pump them or do something crazy, so be it. I mean, we'll just die. Well, I agree, Drift Ronin. Like, when you end up on that side of luck and you just can't do anything, yes, you just gotta take it. It sucks, but what else are you gonna do? Alright, so we got a land, finally. We can play Green Warden. Yeah, we got to play Green Warden, because let's at least replay it. Well, that doesn't let us replay a land, though, because we don't have anything to play a second land. Green Warden at least blocks, though. So they have to have a kill card for that. Got another Green Warden. We did get a Fire Emancipation. Not the card we were looking for, but it's a thing. So I say we play the free Green Warden. And then, nothing. We just pass. Alright. Let's see if we're dead. We're only at 7. So the opponent could create some ways that we die. They have a way to get rid of a vessel to pump Taborax and then attack, kill our 2 things, maybe. But we'll see. Maybe they don't have the right removal cards. Either way, I think this Goose is going to be on blocking duty this turn. So this Goose is not getting loose, let me tell you. It's going to be stuck for a bit. Oh yeah, if we live, it's awesome. Right? Like, if we live, it's game on. So their plan is sack that so it comes back. They'll get Taborax bonus. Yeah, sure, I'll sack the Goose at this point. Like, whatever. Yeah, I've seen a few people try to work this into their Cleric decks. Don't do that, y'all. Like, it's a waste of time. Like, if they'd have just had a real removal card or something there, they'd have been much better off. Just, like, kill the Green Warden, attack with those, and then I'd be a turn away from dead. Like, now, they can attack, Green Warden's gonna block a thing, and, like, now we get an extra turn, so, like, yeah. Oh, this was the best thing possible, actually. So, yeah. Here we go. Mana up. And we're going to get to Green Warden and then a Shia. Oh, look at all the land now. Oh, that's some bad luck for real. That's just comically bad luck. Too funny. Too funny. Alright, let's go get one of these mountains. Let's try to turn this around. Alright, there we go. We can do some things now. Alright, let's start with the other Warden. I think that's where we want to be. Then can we Ashaya? That'd leave 1 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves 2. I'd have to play the Dryad first. Well, no, because I could tap things with Ashaya as well, though. I could tap those 2. Yeah, okay, okay. I think I'm willing to do that. Plus, Ashaya is going to create some triggers as well. Yeah, now I think we're there. I think we've got everything we need at this point. I mean, at this point, I'm just going to shuffle, just look for Fire Emancipation. We don't really need anything else. We're just playing the cheap cards to get us there now. Oh yeah, we get all that food, too. Just because. I was gonna say, Deck, geez, we waited forever to get it. What are you doing to us? Village rights. Just for spite check. I'm pretty sure that's just game. I mean, we can just go through the motions for fun now. Alright. No attacks. Done. I could have done more, but it was just like, why bother? Yeah. I don't have anything to really play beyond that. Like, I could play the Scoot Swarm, but I really got nothing else. But Yeah, in hindsight, definitely would have worked out better, no doubt. Alright, let's go with this. See what the opponent does. They may just kill the goose, because, you know, killing the goose is usually a good proposition. Goose is going to get -2, -2. Oh, it didn't? They almost always have that card. They didn't have that, or the Blood Chief's Thirst. Well, now. That raises some questions. Alright, well, let's do this. Alright, things are happening then. Yeah, they don't have anything. They didn't even have village rights. I don't know what's going on here. This is a weird thing. Sometimes that happens, right? Where your opponents just don't have the cards. I'm not sure what they're doing here otherwise, though. Alright, so they played Lurrus, but they don't have anything in the yard to play. Does the opponent want to run something into our Dryad? Is that what they're thinking about? I mean, maybe their thought is, okay, if they attack and I block, they drain for 2, then the next turn they replay it. That's like the worst thing that happens. Because we are at 20, and that is, exactly, that's kind of on the opponent's mind. Is like, at some point, when is it worth it, you know? I'm going to go ahead and block it, though. Because it ties up their mana next turn. So I'm okay with that. Okay, so we got Exploration, we got Scoot Swarm. Just thinking about the deck we're playing against. I think I'm just going to do this, though, since we can play 2 lands. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. That didn't quite work out well. Alright, I'm just gonna... This is actually hard. Because I sort of want to play this Gruul Sphere here, but I also want to sort of trigger this Exploration next turn. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's probably wrong, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I decided to just hold it. The opponent's already having to work to kill our Dryad, and they've already shown they don't have a way to kill it. They're not interested in killing the goose if they do have a way to kill it. So I'm okay with this. If they attack this time, I won't block in case they have the -3/-3 enchantment. Okay. This time I'm just gonna start trying to pick up the pace here. Alright, we'll just pass. Because now, next turn, we can Scoot Swarm and then get a bunch of actual swarms or whatever, so... Alright, there's a veto. That does become a bit of a problem. They're 1 mana away from making that a lot of veto damage. Alright, we're gonna make a food with this goose. Well, isn't that nice? Alright, Scoot Swarm it up. We'll play this as well. Cobra doesn't really amount to much, but it exists. That's kind of the best I can say about it. He gets to exist. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Now we're in a situation that maybe we could do something big next turn, so we'll wait. If they get a land, this is sort of a lot of damage, but we can kind of chump block with the whole pile of Scoot Swarm tokens. And we're at 18, so it'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's not, that wouldn't really kill us. They need something bigger and better than that. Yeah, Treacherous Blessing. That is a good find for this deck, for sure. But the problem they have now is I don't think they can kill enough of our relevant things. Because, like, they give something -2, -2, or -3, -3. They're drawing cards, and cards are going back to their hand, but... Yeah. Like, now we have just a bunch of actual Scoot Swarms. So it doesn't really matter. It's cards for them, which is relevant. But question is how relevant, and is it too little too late? And we know we get at least one trigger. Oh, now we're going after this. Must have another one for next turn, probably. Okay. Respect. Let's do, yeah, I'll just take one. Actually, no. I'll just block with my... There we go. I don't even kill it. And I don't take damage. That seems like a good trade, right? Am I missing something? Nope. Alright. They actually created a better situation for me to block. That's pretty hilarious. Alright, come on, deck. Provide something. You failure. Let's try again. Golly. Okay, well, sure. Why not? I'm going to attack with... Actually, hold on. It's going to be easier to just decide what not to attack with. Attack all. And then we'll just pull these back. You can kill 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Scoot Swarm tokens. Yeah, whatever. They'll gain 2 life. Actually, they gain more life than that, actually. So it's not really worth it till we can attack all at once. Because we would only get... Yeah. Because of Lurrus, we're not going to get enough through. That sucks. Okay. Well, is what it is. We'll make some more food. Keep us from dying. No, now, pretty much anything that's not Azusa or Dryads feels like it's at least somewhat live. Best thing would probably be a Shaya, maybe? I mean, I feel a little better, too, now that we have 9 life coming from this food. Alright, they're gonna deadweight, kill a goose, sure. Because right now, we can attack with 26, 27, 28... 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 30... 31 creatures with power that can actually attack here. Alright. So we'll assume they block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 26 that get through. They will gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off of that. So that's 21. So we should be able to win on just attacking. And potentially... any life or we deal off of an exploration on our turn. Okay, technically they block 1, but they also take 1 for casting that, so that's fine. Alright, come on, deck. Don't fail us. Actually, let's eat a couple food since our birds are gone. That makes a lot of sense. Just so nothing can go sideways on us. And of course, we drew an Azusa. So let's go, alright, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things they can block, right? So we'll assume this gets blocked, and there's 28, 29 other attackers. So we'll say, hold on, we have 29 and 1, that's 30, minus the 6 is 25. If they gain 5, they go to 19. Yeah, we'll just get in there. Just pulling these back because they're worthless. I mean, they can gain in a way that they can only, like, they can have the scorpions die to a cobra, but that still shouldn't be enough. That should be 21, I think. Yeah, see if, yeah, I think that's still fine. Yeah. Yep. Alright, y'all, that's it. Those were some fun games. Not a lot to say about this list. The only thing I would toss in is that if you want to change it up, there's probably room to include something like 2 Felidar Retreat or something. You have 12 different ways to get off-color mana, so it wouldn't be that big a deal to include a couple copies. But this deck actually was pretty fun and played some pretty interesting decision turns there. And you have a few different ways to win, which is also nice. And for our card spotlight, we're going to talk about one I'm a little sad about, but Rekindling Phoenix. You know, this is a card that it was so much fun for me to play in Standard. I played a ton of this card. I probably played it in more decks than I needed to, honestly. But it kind of shows how sometimes a card can be fantastic in Standard and just immediately fall off and be nothing, you know, in non-standard formats. Just no room for it in Historic. Probably not going to get played in Pioneer. It's a good commander card still, though, and I'll probably still play it there, depending on what type of build I have. But otherwise, yeah, it just doesn't really have a home anywhere. Just commander, and that's sad. But, hey, at least I got its day for a little bit of time. That's more than what we can say about a lot of cards in Standard. Also, remember, if you want the deck list in this video, it'll be in the description down below. And you can also visit our sponsors, come by our Discord, come follow me on Twitch. You can see some of these games live, just all kinds of stuff. And finally, I'm gonna ask one more time, if you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. It'll help us hit our 10,000 subscriber goal. That's a big one for us to hit in 1 year, and we're almost there. Can use your help. But that's it. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.